This disclaimer was copied without permission.
Cheers, Quaffers and all other good people out there. Hopswatch here. And I'm just going to make a quick video about some recent events, about some very recent events actually. It's once again about Torben Søndergaard and the last Reformation. I received a message as recent as this morning from a person that will from now on be called Janet, though that is not her real name. However, she doesn't want her real name to be undisclosed. Janet had this story to tell, and I'm going to read the actual message that I received. A few months ago, my parents literally sold everything they owned and moved to a compound in North Carolina, chasing after their new Jesus high. They joined the last Reformation. Once I began my search into it, I started to freak out. They moved with my 20-year-old Down syndrome brother, and it seems they mean to heal him from being Down syndrome. I'm not only worried for my brother's physical health, but also the mental abuse he is undoubtedly undergoing. So we had a quick back and forth, and she asked me this. In your personal opinion, do you think Torben and his group are really dangerous, or am I overreacting? And my response was, you are not overreacting. Torben is dangerous and he has a history of doing very serious damage, especially to mentally challenged people. That's when I directed her to the story about Ida that I was telling some months ago. Ida was a mentally handicapped young woman who first became alienated to her family after joining Torben's cult, then turning outright psychotic when she went through an hours-long exorcism session. And this is most likely what is going to happen, unfortunately, with Janet's brother. Janet's brother will undergo sessions of exorcism, or casting out demons, as Torben calls it, because he doesn't know about foreign words. He's ignorant like that. Janet's brother is going to be lulled into a trance-like hypnotic state. He'll be restrained physically and then have someone, possibly Torben himself, as this has taken place in the cult compound, shouting commands in his face to the alleged demons that possesses him, that they should come out, stuff like that. This will go on until Janet's brother plays along and proves that he has been saved and healed by starting to speak in tongues. Now, what is additionally disgusting in this case is that Janet's brother has Down syndrome, and he will, to an even lesser degree than Ida, understand what is happening around him. And having an even worse precondition than Ida had, she was simply what you would call mentally challenged or retarded. Having a worse precondition leaves potential for him to be harmed even more by the exorcism than Ida was. Question is if he will even be able to grasp that he needs to speak in tongues in order to have the session stop. In all probability, he won't. And in Torben's theology, where you have to be baptized and saved in the Holy Spirit, only when you speak in tongues you are saved, and the exorcism session can then end, but not before that. I personally feel powerless to this. There's literally an ocean between me and Torben's compound, and then some. And it's further complicated by the fact that Janet's parents seem to be completely in on it. Janet's brother is the one who'll be damaged the most from this. But don't forget that Janet's parents are most probably going down in this as well. They've sold all their possessions and moved into the compound. They will be charged rent, which will slowly eat up all the money they got when they, more or less on a whim, decided to join the last Reformation and move into Torben's cult compound. Everyone loses except Torben and the very few people that are closest to him. He continues to have a blast, defrauding people of their money while physically and mentally harming the very weakest of his followers in the process. I have, of course, directed Janet to the local authorities of Burke County, where Torben's cult compound is situated in North Carolina. I've also directed her to some of the people that I work with to raise awareness and expose Torben as the fraud that he is. I hope there is some way that Janet can get through to someone with authority in North Carolina that understands that what Torben does is truly harmful and has to be stopped, and that those people will, well, do something about it. Now that's it for Torben. That was a bit more serious than my content usually is, I guess, and that would be because of the urgency of the matter. I have, however, brought a beer, which I will now crack open, in order to wish all of you, quaffers, guaffers, wiggers, sellers, good people, a Happy New Year. It's a traditional sweet Danish beer. It's actually, if you translate the word, it's called a white beer, and it's completely black. I guess it would be because some of the ingredients were originally wheat malt, though I'm not even sure about that. Could also be because of white sugar being used in the process. Anyways, cheers to Have a New Year. And a huge thank you, of course, to all of my subscribers who have followed me through the year, along with all my followers on Twitter. A very special thanks to Purple Rhymes with Orange for arranging the Christmas live stream that I participated in. Thanks to everyone participating in that stream, especially to Atheist Pastor, One Ring 42, A Bit of Tea in Danish, and X Called Baby, for letting me appear in their streams. I also appeared on Purple Rhymes with Orange's stream, and another great thanks to One Ring 42 and X Called Baby for appearing on my stream, which you can also see on my channel, of course. I'll link to all the streams in the description. One last special thanks to the Bible Belt Atheist for having me on his channel back on November the 13th. And I don't think I ever thanked him for that, and I actually feel a bit ashamed of that. Anyway, when I appeared on the Bible Belt Atheist channel, that would have been the most thorough expose of Torben Søndergaard that I have done at any time on YouTube. So if you want to find out virtually all that I know about Torben Søndergaard and his cult, go check out that live stream and give the Bible Belt Atheist a sub, along with all the other people that I'm linking in the description. They're all truly worth it, they all truly deserve it. Many of them are not very big YouTubers, just like myself, and we really could use with the subs. So that's that. Now that will be all for this time. I've been Hopswatch at your service. Always remember to drink responsibly, and a very happy new year to all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.